tolerate the duality, especially, if you want to follow a lifestyle which is more even keel, where you don't have the highs and the lows. We have to know when to step out of our zone and when not to step, or stay within our zone. So dualities, they come and go, just like the shloka was saying, summer and winter come and go, happiness and distress will come and go, friends will come and go. So these things will happen. We have to learn how to deal with those dualities. It will be like, life is beautiful and suddenly there will be a difficult situation, you're going to get all sad. But you have to learn to tolerate it. It's like when there's a fire in the forest, right? All the animals, especially the elephant, right? What do? They go deep inside the forest where there is a river source. And that is what we have to find. When dualities of life come, we have to go deep within ourselves where my lake of calm exists and try to be in that zone to tolerate that thing. Finally, there's a third kind of tolerance we have to develop. It is called Paramat Sahishnudha, or tolerating others' opinion. So this world is full of people where you do something good, some people will say, wow, great, I love your idea, I love your work. Some people will criticize you, right? In another situation, it will be the other way around. So we have to learn to tolerate our opinions. If somebody is too happy and giving you so many compliments, just handle those compliments with humility. If somebody is really criticizing you, shit, John, again, tolerate with humility. Okay, please tell me what you didn't like. That's all. I'll try to work on it next time. So that is the third kind of tolerance. We have to learn to tolerate the opinions that people have. I mean, even 5-year-old, 10-year-olds, they have an opinion. So you have to know when to take seriously somebody's opinion or not. Especially if somebody is very close to you, then definitely you have to listen to what they're telling you, in a very calm manner and in a reasonable manner, and try to see what you can do about the situation. So in all these aspects, I think spiritual knowledge really helps you to get through these situations very easily, right? Because when you develop the calm, you learn to listen to other people's point of view, right? When we do a mathematical problem, that problem can be done several ways. There are so many solutions, right? So same way in life, when these situations are coming or you're having a difference of opinion, tolerance should teach you, hey, there's not one way to do this, but 5 other ways. And so we have to learn to listen calmly to that. Okay, and the last one that I wanted to talk about is Parhuta Karsha Sahishnudha, which means tolerating somebody else's success, right? That is also a thing. When we are all, together with our friends, some people become successful very fast. And obviously there is a desire in ourselves, he did this, I want to do this, or that girl is wearing a pretty dress, I want to wear it too. So that is called tolerating other people's success. So we have to remember over here that each person has their own journey. Each person is born with an innate ability. Every person has an ability, and we have to just learn to recognize that ability, what it is, right? And then work on it. And but sometimes there are situations when you really want the same kind of success what the other person has. So how do you prevent yourself from becoming envious, right? So one of the things that really helps is your friends, right? What is your association? Whom do you hang around with, right? So I'll give you the example again, a story where there are 4 queens, and one of the queen's son is becoming the king. So this is again from Ramayana, and the other queen At first she's happy. She's like, oh, that's very nice. But then one of her maid servants, she comes in and she starts filling her ears that what if your son doesn't become the king? What is going to happen? You're going to lose all importance, right? Because now the other queen's son is the king, and maybe he will even throw you out of the palace. So she starts filling her head with all these uncertainties. And when all these thoughts come in your mind, you actually forget the experience that you have had with that person. So, whom you hang out with, your association, your friendship really matters a lot, and it really impacts your thinking a lot. So, in this case, the queen who was Kekai, she got really impacted by her servant Manthara by what she was saying, right? And that made her even change her decision. And why was that? Because Manthara could not see the success of Rama. And then of course a whole lot of things follow from that. So how do you prevent this jealousy or enviousness in your heart? Like how do you prevent it from coming when you see successful people? Okay, how do you prevent it, Gopal? How do you tolerate it? What do you have to say?
Okay, that's that.
Hmm? Hmm?
Okay, that's that.
Okay. Anybody else? How can we prevent these feelings from coming in?
You just need to accept the things as it is.
Okay.
To win, one has to lose.
Okay. That's one way. Yeah.
We can improve ourselves.
Very good. Yeah.
Yeah, just use it to, work on yourself.
Yeah. You have your own ability.
Mhm.
Yeah. So one way to do this is when you look at a person's success, you appreciate that person.
Celebrate the success.
Yeah. You celebrate the success, right? Because when you appreciate somebody's success, you are actually looking at the entire journey this person has taken. It's not that it just in that moment he became successful. When you appreciate a person, you look at his qualities, you look at the hard work he has done, the sacrifices he has done to reach that position, and you appreciate that. When you genuinely do that, there is no jealousy or envy. There is just learning. Look at what he has done, and this is how I will do it. The other way is when you appreciate, you can say, okay, I really like what this person has done. Now I'm going to go back and work on myself. Work hard upon it, right? So, and you go back and do that. Does anybody know the difference between jealousy and enviousness? You know? Okay, what is it?
When you're envious, you want that to happen to you. When you're jealous, you don't like them. You're like,
Okay.
Envious is an extreme feeling of jealousy wherein you may even tend to hurt that person.
Exactly. So jealousy is that you just see a person and you say, oh, you start bad mouthing the person and you want it. But enviousness actually goes a step forward, where you're actually willing to harm the person just because you don't like the success that person is enjoying. So these are definitely very dangerous feelings. And our spiritual practices can really help us to elevate ourselves from these levels. So things that we practice today, like yoga, right? That is the physical exercise. All these chemicals that are getting released in our body. When we do yoga, all of that goes out, right? Then when we practice pranayama and breathing meditations, right? So in pranayama, if you notice, when we get angry, right? Anger is not just in the mind, but it's a physical manifestation. Our heart starts pumping faster. Our nostrils are flaring up. Our eyes are wide open, right? Your blood pressure rises. So it's actually a physical manifestation. When you practice pranayama and yoga, you learn how to control those physical responses. And finally, you have mantra meditation. Mantra meditation actually creates a hugely positive experience in your mind, because all these feelings are coming through your mind, through the sense perception. If we can control that sense perception, we'll be able to control all these feelings too. So when we practice the mantra meditation, and we keep hearing it, right, then you're just controlling your mind and you're developing a spiritual intelligence. It's like this is the ground level, but if I elevate myself through these practices, I can actually look down at the view what's happening at the bottom and make better and clear decisions. And that is what these practices bring about. Okay, that's all I had for you today. I know it was a slightly different topic, but first of all, does anybody have any questions on this? No? So actually, I wanted to introduce today